Hello sinners and welcome to my very first video, Priestess Satanika. This is my website if you guys ever been here. If you haven't, check it out, satansgarden.weebly, WEEBLY.com, satansgarden.weebly.com. You may have seen me on my Facebook or my website, blog, doesn't matter. But anyway, for my first video, I'm here to teach you the basics for what I consider to believe in or follow for what Theistic Satanism is. I usually call myself an independent because I have a bunch of little beliefs just hodgepodge together, but this is my take on it. Let's get going. If you want to join my Facebook, it's here on my site, Satan's blog. We are not neo-Nazis. Satan is most definitely not a skinhead or racist. A lot of spiritual saints in particular love the fact that worshippers of a Christian, socialist, racist, and genocidal maniac. Wow, germicidal. I gotta change that shit. That's a joke. We are not fucking skinheads. That's rather it's a Christian belief if you think about it. Back in the day when they had slaves in particular, people were racist towards them. They didn't fucking treat them like they're humans. They treated them like animals, like fucking they weren't worth nothing, blah blah blah. And after all that shit got abolished, out came the KKK, which today are Jew hating, black hating, anything different pretty much. The Nazis came out and targeted people a lot like how Donald Trump is doing these days. Welcome America for repeating the past, but with a different dumbass this time. Anyway, those fucking racist people are just retarded in general. That was a really shitty point, actually, because I guess I'm referring today's KKK as back in the days when they're totally different, right? So what I was trying to say was, we're not nationalists, we're not fucking fascist, we don't suppress people like, China and Russia and all that, North Korea specifically. We're not racist. See, I believe in the old Sumerian, Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Assyrian type religions, because as they were the oldest ones ever discovered, I kind of tie that in with Satanism. It makes a lot of sense if you delve into it, but, when he came to Earth, there was already primitive humans, yes. They're the Anunnaki, people fucking Illuminati people talk about it all the time and are always saying, like, oh, it's the devil and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, it's the devil in your sense because your God, Yahweh, wants to fucking suppress and kill people spiritually and physically, so fuck that dumbass for stealing all the fucking, whatever. Pretty much the Bible's a hodgepodge of old religious beliefs or mythical beliefs put together, and then they stole it as their own and twisted it around. But anyway, where am I going with this? Alright, continuing on because I'm done with that. I didn't make my point. There's already primitive workers here because we're fixing their atmosphere that they blew up nuclearly. This was known written a long time ago, so I don't know how they fucking know about nuclear power when we just discovered it, so on and so forth ago. But anyway, he came here and bred with some of the primitive humans that were made, and created a whole new race of fucking people like us, but no, I kind of flip-flop between the mythology and the atheism in a way, but I still kind of believe in the back of my head. I do, I'm not gonna lie, but I've seen some funky-ass shit, don't get me wrong. I just still wonder, because I do believe in science, so it's like, I'm kind of on the fence. Alright, anyway, important things to us are dedication, education, intelligence, and knowledge. For too many of us lack the motivation to care further for one's own self and others in terms of proper education and knowledge. What I mean by this is some random Satanist who just came onto the path will be like fucking maybe a year in, 2 years, and they fucking think they know everything, got a superiority complex with the ego, thinking, oh, I'm so spiritual, I can fucking do this and that, and I got a big group of retards that follow me because I say the stupidest bullshit that anybody that's dumb enough to believe it would follow. But, now, beware of people like that, because you can usually notice them. They're very, they're belligerent, they're very aggressive, negative, they think they know everything, they say they can do shit but will never prove it to you. Yeah, that's the type you watch out for. Don't fucking listen to those stupid people. That's not who you want to follow. They might have, like, bits and pieces of the truth, but in all reality, it's mostly a bunch of bullshit that people want to hear. Fighting amongst ourselves and other sects and beliefs and simple, not acceptable. Pure and simple. I think I meant plain and simple, but it's pure. Right, it's plain and simple, not acceptable. Christians are known to exhibit this behavior, especially the spreading of false information, fighting about differences out of the norm, different moral views, etc. If you want an example of reverse Christian followers who did research on Joy Satan, they are kind of Satanists in their own way. Yeah, there's a bunch of different sects that said that, but these people are fucking neo-Nazi. They are nationalists. They don't give a fuck about anybody except for their own fucking, maybe whites. Probably that's about it, as long as you're not a Jew, because they claim every fucking Jew is a reptilian, shapeshifter, crazy fuck from God knows where, and that's fucking ridiculous, or else I would be able to shapeshift, bitch. Anyway, believe in the Bible, the Quran, Talmud, or any other fictional work of fantasy, go read Lord of the Rings books. They even have sheeple and power-addicted assholes, too. Good example, because, you know, it will be worshipped a few thousand years down the road as well. I wouldn't doubt it, I could see it. Give it a couple of thousand years, people are worshipping Gandalf as God in the sky. Alright. We help those who ask for help is deemed worthy or trustful. This reason is because giving out the information to wrong people and or the enemy can be a stupid mistake, especially if they start the Love Jeebus card. Satanism, frequently on the path, a lot of people don't see this very often, especially when they're new. People see it after so many months or years when they start talking about shit. Do not blab about shit you don't fucking know about. Don't trust random ass people to talk about shit you don't know about, especially if you're new. Because for one, they fucking remind your ass and it's fucking annoying. You just ignore those fuckers after a long time. I mean, I learned to. You just learn not to care about them anymore. But anyway, they remind you, they fucking harass you, they're fucking retarded and everything they say, so don't even listen to those Christian folks. I was raised practically my whole childhood around that bullshit. My parents are atheists, but my grandma was like super strict Christian, like fucking take me to fucking church like 3 times a week, sometimes 4, fucking Sunday school, fucking Bible camp. That shit sucked dick. I hated being around those fucking deluded dumbasses. Yes, I'm a bitch. Alright. We do not participate in animal sacrifice in wasteful ways. Both human and animal life is very sacred and equal. The preservation and respect for nature and all living beings is what differs us from the people of the right-hand path, such as killing women, men, children, eating flesh of other humans, rape, beating, torture, etc. Even the hate of homosexuality, which is completely natural. I mean, you can see it in hundreds of other fucking animal species. Are they all going to hell? No. We do not do this. Some people will participate in willing sacrifice, but who's to say it's right or wrong? Although I do not practice in such beliefs, and so do not many others, it's many common among power-seeking cults and abusers. What I mean by this? You see a fucking Satanist freak on TV that murders somebody and says, "Oh, hail Satan," or shit, like, what was his name? Richard, fucking, I fucking remember now. Remember his name. That fucker in the fucking, early 80s, was it late 70s? Killing and raping women and then saying, "Hail Satan, listen to AC/DC," yeah, I know. Oh, Richard Ramirez, there we go. But, that's not Satanism, that's like, That's like a cult type activity. That's a Christian thing. They believe in scaring all these people with the satanic shit that's nothing to do with Satanism, and blaming whatever on the devil like every other Christian does is stupid, and it does nothing. It's just a proof of your heretical Christian blasphemy behavior. It has nothing to do with Satanism. That's like cult devil worship bullshit, and it's kind of not acceptable in my eyes, to tell you the truth. Disregard scientific proof or proper research. This seems to be a very huge, devastating behavior. Many Satanists, especially spiritual ones, to regard somebody else's moral beliefs or misinformation as a fact. We are independent and trust ourselves and in Satan. Please do proper research yourself before you accept another's bigotry as fact. I just talked about that, so move on. We try to strive to be the most respectful people we ever meet, although many people, including fellow Satanists, may not do this. We believe in order to reach your highest self, we must learn when and how to react to the disrespect we may encounter on the oath, whether it be your friends and enemy or fellow family members. Fighting is disrespectful in a mature manner gets us nowhere fast, so if you must pick a fight, remember to state clear facts and don't act like a fool. So anything you've seen or done or whatever with Satanism, nobody's going to believe it unless they're another Satanist, and they might not even believe it, so you might as well just keep it to yourself. They don't need to know. They don't have to know. Satanism is not theistic Satanism. I see so many people get confused. Well, if you believe in Satan, then how do you not believe in God? No, it's atheist. Levian Satanists do not believe in any gods except for mankind himself. They believe all guilty pleasures was understanding and pride. They are obviously and stated atheistic from its people, even its founder Anton Sansdor Levy. They use Satanism as a philosophy and a way of life, such as Satan being a symbol, anarchy, bending and breaking the Christian normalities of the mid-1600s or 1960s. Wow. And disobedience. We believe Satan to be a real person or God. We see him to be a true creator of mankind. We believe in magic, the astro, or other gods or beings. We have no Bible or book, such as the Levians. We do not disrespect the gods or demons in ways of childish Halloween costumes or incorrect phrases. Praises to the Jewish or Yahweh, or even backwards Christian verses. This is in the Satanic Bible. I already talked about devil worship not being Satanist. Not devil worship is not Satanism, plain and simple. Devil worship is a person who worships the devil or a fallen angel, Lucifer. In the Catholic Bible and beliefs, or the Christian Bible and beliefs, they believe in blood, human, animal sacrifices by means of murder, torture, or fun. They believe they can become the most ultimate evil being according to Christian Catholic Bibles, Satan, Lucifer, the devil. May be both opposed as devised wisdom and beauty is within oneself. Devil worshippers believe that with the amount of evil they have done, they are the biggest, baddest, most important person there is. Most devil worshippers are either insane criminals or have been abused during their lifetimes in some way or another. Yes. Luciferians are not Satanists. This seems to be sadly a huge misconception these days. Luciferians believe in and worship Lucifer, the morning star, or Venus. They believe in white and black magic, chaos magic, spirituality, furthering and bettering oneself, and most believe in the power of good as well. We do not suppress women or men. Both women and men are equal in Satanism. We believe both halves are needed to achieve ultimate wisdom, balanced understanding between good and evil. Without women, there would certainly be no man. In old times, even today, women are feared by men because they were believed to be more powerful than them. This superstition may have been caused due to the comparison between the phases of the moon and a woman's menstrual cycle. Menstrual blood is considered the most powerful element in rituals, spells, or magic. And lastly, we believe Satan as a real being. Theistic, spiritual, traditional, even independent Satanists believe Satan is a real and quite alive being. He does not represent evil as Christian fairy tales and lies dictate. He is a giver of wisdom, the arts, and magic. He has the abilities to create all forms of life, including us humans. So sorry for the blabbering there in the beginning, but there was a quick revision of what I believe Satanism to be. Theistic Satanism. Many others follow too. But tune in, I'll pop by more videos in the future. Well, I'll see you later, sinners. Bop, 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 bop. Bye-bye.